And speaking of all things special, we caught up with Kunal Bhasin as he spent some quality time with his better half at one of New Delhi's famous monuments. Humayun's tomb, the first garden tomb on the Indian subcontinent. Built in 1570, it inspired many major architectural innovations, culminating in the construction of the Taj Mahal.
If you get the chance, you've got to see this. This really is incredible India. Yeah, I feel amazed completely. I mean, just to imagine how long ago it was that they actually built this and how well it's stood the test of time. It's really quite amazing.
Aussie-born Kunal picked up golf age 6, turned pro in 2006 and came to India to ply his trade 5 years ago.
When I wanted to turn pro, there wasn't much, in my opinion, on offer in Australia. I didn't really want to stay there. We play, anywhere up to 20 tournaments a year on the PGTI, and I wanted to get onto the Asian Tour, and this place was a lot closer.
The Brisbane native started on the Indian Tour before joining the Asian Tour in 2010. He finished respectably on 8 occasions in 17 starts, with a tied 11th at the Worldwide Holdings Selangor Masters as his best result in his rookie season. The 33-year-old also had some success on the Indian Tour when he won the Crompton Greaves Open in 2009.
I remember when he won his first PGTI event, I don't think he had a really good season, but that win, that night, we went out and he celebrated, and he didn't think twice about what he was spending, and he just went all out. And he didn't need to do that. This is a big paycheck, but he just went out and splurged.
Kunal's swing has gone through changes as he coordinates with his Australian-based coach via a series of emails and videos sent back and forth.
In the beginning, when I used to travel, I used to communicate with him a lot more because there was a lot more work that needed to be done. Now, whenever I feel the need, I'll call him up or email swings through to him. So I'll send him swings, he'll have a look, and he'll send me a video back of what he thinks. And that's how we communicate. As the years have gone by, the last few years, I've really started hitting the ball much better. My putting's been a big weakness the last couple of years, which I've been working hard to try and improve. And I can see some good signs of some good putting coming. And I think driving the ball is definitely my strength. And at the moment, putting is definitely my weakness, but I'm working hard to rectify that.
Whilst his stroke average remains consistent, hitting 65% of the fairways, life on the tour has not been a bed of roses for Kunal.
I guess you don't have an option. If you can't cope with it, this is not the job for you. You have to accept the fact that you will have sacrifices to make. You are going to be limited in the way. I mean, it's so difficult to bring up a family, to start a family, and you have to accept the fact that you're not going to see your family as much as you'd like.
That part of Kunal's life changed when he met fellow pro golfer Nalini Singh. Nalini, who plays on the Women's Tour in India, however, wasn't initially impressed, but eventually succumbed to his charms.
He seemed sort of very quiet and shy and maybe even arrogant, and so I didn't make too much of an effort to talk to him.
Apart from golf, these lovebirds soon found that they have a lot more in common, like their thirst for adventure, food and travel.
I guess one of the most enjoyable moments I had was when Nalini and I went to Phuket a couple of years ago on holidays, and we went to the Phuket Zoo. And when we got to the zoo, the first place we went was to see this tiger and get a photo with him. And this guy was huge, and I froze a little bit and I thought, oh, I didn't realise he'd be so big. But I went through with it and I got my photo with him, and I was sitting right next to him and had my hand on his head, and then the guy came past and waved this little stick at him, and then he started roaring, and it was quite a little frightening, but I'm glad I did it, and I was shaking for about 30 minutes afterwards.
And bringing them even closer together was their game of golf.
I don't caddy for as much as I guess I should or I could.
He caddied for one event for me.
I'm definitely a better caddy.
I remember when I hit a bad shot and he just told me to just forget about it and think about, you know, the next hole or the next shot, and it's very positive.
If I have a week off and she needs my help, then I'll be there, definitely.
Fusing his Indian heritage and Australian upbringing, Kunal takes his game one step at a time and appreciates the quality bonding time spent with his loved ones.
As a golfer, you travel so much, and when she's got her own schedule, we don't actually see each other as often as we both like. So I guess whatever time we do spend together is, you know, it's quite special.